So we just pulled the gringo equivalent of a tourist in Washington, D.C. walking up to the White House and asking the guards, "Hey, what is this building?"
What's going on in there?
Hi, I'm Avi.
And I'm V.
Join us in our explorations of the Central Coast of California.
And our adventures beyond.
Made it.
After a short flight from Puerto Escondido, we arrived in Mexico City. We took a cab ride from the airport to our hotel in the historical center.
It took like 30 minutes of getting off the plane, going through the little bit of getting our baggage and stuff.
Getting a taxi and getting to our hotel.
And it's gorgeous downtown. We're gonna go, I think, to the mercado.
Yeah, we're gonna try to hit that up before it closes.
It closes. We're gonna walk there and check some stuff out along the way.
Come check out Mexico City with us. After a quick check-in process, we hit the streets to start exploring.
I'm immediately struck by how this has kind of a colonial / European feel to it. It smells good here. I smell different foods in the air. It doesn't really stink, although it's a big city, so you catch a whiff of that every so often. But already lots of different flavors, a little bit of incense. It smells good overall.
Different perfumes and stuff.
Yeah. Dude just eating corn right there on the sidewalk and just letting it all fall.
Party store.
Lots of party stores, yeah. Here's another one.
Getting the impression that Mexico City likes to party.
Party!
Between all the fancy dress shops and all the party shops.
Okay, they're super busy streets. I always get this sensation whenever I come to a crossroads where I want to go more than one direction, knowing I can only go one direction, and I kind of lament passing up opportunities down other roads.
Missed explorations.
Yeah.
Smells good.
Smells good.
Yeah, and tons of fabric shops, like
Textiles. Yep. That's 3 in a row. It's fifth one in a row. And they're all right next to each other. You think 5 textile shops or 6.
across the street as well.
And all across the street. 7. 7th one on this side of the street. 8.
It's definitely crowded. But
Yeah.
the sidewalks are nice and wide. I would say honestly Puerto Mayor is harder to walk.
Yeah, the sidewalks are wider and so far better maintained. There's not a lot of trash or
Like we don't have
too many
to-
cracks. Almost feels like a warm San Francisco. A little bit. Okay, and every time we come to this junction, we keep going straight because we're wanting to get to the market, but then there's that over there, and oh, there's the church down there, and that in that direction.
So is that how this works?
Must be. Admittedly, we did zero research about the neighborhood that we were walking through.
It's true. We really just struck out and started walking in a general direction.
Just stand in the street. Okay, it seems like we're here.
Aquí, donde suena la bocina,
Aquí,
tenemos grandes
yes.
ofertas para usted. Aquí tenemos el pulidor de disco compacto en tan solo 50 pesos. También recuerde que tenemos el audífono para cualquier celular.
Big wide street. Yeah.
Big old city.
Mexico City is home to 20 million inhabitants.
The biggest city in North America.
That's what I've heard, the biggest city in North America.
It's bigger than New York or LA. I'm sure.
Right? Seems busy, but not too crowded so far.
Se compra colchones, tapones, refrigeradores, estufas, lavadoras, microondas o algo de fierro viejo que vendan. Se compra.
All right, Google Maps 0. Let's see if the locals are 1.
Hey, now Google Maps is hit or miss in Mexico.
Sure.
Learned that the hard way more than
Sure.
once. Oh, this must be good.
Our intention was to make it to a mercado.
Yeah, but we ended up Googling directions to the wrong one. Never really made it to the one we intended, but had fun getting lost on the back streets of Mexico City along the way.
People just drive right on through.
Yeah, this is it.
Just discovered that this circles and circles a building that has a market within as well.
I was looking for artisaniyas, and we ended up at more of a food and, I guess, home goods market is how I would describe it.
Okay, let's...
Pretty chaotic, to be honest.
Yeah. So this isn't quite what we were looking for. We were looking for some artisaniyas. So I think we might try to do that another day, and instead we're just going to head on to El Centro.
I think it's kind of interesting, some of the specialties that some of these places have chosen. Like in the US, we would have just like one store for sewing, and in that store we'd have thread, ribbon, lace trims, material, sewing machines. Here it's like each one of those things gets its own store, it seems.
Yeah, there's apparently enough of a demand to have a store just for rope.
Yeah, exactly. We just passed a store with nothing but rope. Like nothing but rope, a whole store.
And it stays in business.
This must be a manufacturing center in some ways.
Sure. Yeah, we know very little about this zone that we're in as a parent. Just taking you with us to experience what we experience. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I just walked up to this building because it's super old and beautiful, and there's no real marks on the side except for graffiti. There's no real marks on the side, so I go ask a police officer, what's inside? And he looks at me all funny.
He says, "El Presidente."
I'm like, oh, he lives here? And he's like, see.
So we just pulled the gringo equivalent of a tourist in Washington, D.C. walking up to the White House and asking the guards, "Hey, what is this building?"
What's going on in there? Is it a museum? Is it a church? Is it historical?
No,
City tourist.
the governing dude lives here.
We'll laugh at our naivety there a little bit, right? But then we must be really, really close.
Yeah. Looks like we could go this way for sure.
So up ahead, that's the Latin American Tower.
Uh-huh.
That used to be the tallest skyscraper in Latin America for a long time. Obviously, it's been overtaken now.
Wait a minute. It says the National Museum of Culture right here. Consecrated in 1734. The sign says here was the habitation where the knight died. Benito Juarez, President Constitutional, 18th of July, 1872. President of Mexico and Good Emeritus of America.
Is he the first president of Mexico?
Benito Juarez was the first indigenous president of Mexico before it was colonial conquistadors or their descendants. Yeah, he was the first president of Mexico who had origins solely in Mexico. So indigenous president, numero uno. Aha, if we'd gone to the front, Palacio Nacional, this is the National Palace.
So here we are at Mexico City's main cathedral.
It's the Catedral Metropolitana.
Latin America's largest and oldest cathedral.
Building of it started in 1573 and was finished in 1813. And because it took so long to construct, it actually exemplifies many different architectures of different time periods, from Baroque all the way through neoclassical.
Closed right now, so we can't go inside. That's a bummer. But oh well.
And right next to it actually are the ruins. So we're about to head over there and see what we can see. And we really appreciate your watching. So if you would do us a favor and hit the like, subscribe, and ding, hit that notification bell so you can see us on our next adventures. We'd really appreciate that. Statistically, over 50% of you who are watching this video are not subscribed. So if you're liking this, please help us out, help our channel to grow, and subscribe. Thank you. This is stunning. I was not expecting this. I knew there was antiquity here, but I didn't know it was all packed so closely together. Such a rich culture. It's too bad once again that this was all closed, because we've seen other people who were lucky enough to be able to walk through the site on those ramps and steps that you see, but we were not able to either time we went there.
Yeah, they said it was closed because they were doing restorations on it. It would have been nice to walk through it.
You can even see a little bit of relief carving there. I hope the camera picks it up, but it's not just a stone edifice here, but there's some relief over there. Oh yeah, and some kind of obelisk over there. And apparently this used to be a pyramid that stood 46 meters high at its glory. And you can still see the beginnings of it and some of the leftover rubble. But this is really just the foundation of that.
As an American, we don't have ancient ruins in our country, obviously, let alone smack in the middle of our capital cities. It's pretty cool.
Apparently they also had a fascination with serpents and frogs. And so you'll see a lot of carved relief serpents and frogs articulated all throughout this building as well. Yeah, budding out of all of these guys. On the sides here, they're all either serpents or frogs.
They look like frogs there, just based on the way they're shaped.
Sure. Well, I can see some serpents down yonder with the fangs, the final ones.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely fangs. Las serpentias y las ranas. This is the area where they sacrificed all the husbands who displeased their wives.
They made too many bad jokes.
One too many bad jokes and you're a goner. Right down there. Those poor husbands screaming, "Aye, one more joke, aye!"
After we spent some time looking around the square and checking out the Mayan ruins, it was getting late and we started to look for a place for some food and some drinks.
So we noticed a place that looks like it overlooks a bunch of this cool stuff. So we're gonna go upstairs and get some food and a drink and see what we can see. Come along with us. Hola.
Bienvenido.
¿Una mesa para dos?
Sí, solo le comento, ya más tengo servicio de bebidas, 7:30 cerramos.
Ok, está bien.
Bienvenidos.
Gracias. So we got here at about 7:15. We didn't know it, but they closed at 7:30, so they let us in and we're just gonna get one quick drink. So a little tip there, they close at 7:30 if you want this view. Little tiny! Is it little tiny? Oh, it's so precious. Where are they all going? After that little feline interaction, we decided to walk to the Latin American Tower.
So they have all these buildings lit up with LED lights and they change colors. So right now it's all rainbow, but then it goes through like the red, orange, yellow, green. It's pretty cool. So I was mentioning to you how this city is sinking.
Yeah.
Some buildings are sinking in one corner more than the other.
Sure.
It's right in front of our eyes right here. Look at this building
Uh-huh.
and look at it down on that end. See the difference? That end is sunk like 2 feet more than this one, 1.5 feet.
Yes.
Yeah, look right here. See this line right here?
Uh-huh.
Follow it the whole way down. See how it gets
Lower and
almost
lower.
to the sidewalk there.
Oh. So there's at least 18 inches of clearance here. Only about 6 inches of room here.
And then that one's practically on the sidewalk.
Right? So this is very obviously the pedestrian zone. In Italian, it would be la strada de passeggiata, paseo de caminar in Spanish, or the Fußgängerzone in German. Something that the United States doesn't have, that I totally wish they would have, is an opportunity for the community to get to know each other, go out and eat, be healthy and exercise and walk.
Celebrate together, listen to music, like it just
It's so
brings everything together.
it's convivial. Everything comes together.
Convivial, that's a good word.
Yeah, everything comes together, and it looks like this.
We are on the right path.
We're definitely on the right path. We're heading now to the Latino Americana Edificio.
It's got an observation deck that we're gonna go view the city as the sun's going down. We got there about 15 minutes before they stopped admitting people. We had just enough time.
Woo! Wow! Wow. This was totally worth it.
Wow, it's cold. Very windy. the top of the tower, you really do have a 360-degree view of the entire city and its surrounding topography. Mexico City is built in a basin within a ring of a bunch of extinct volcanoes, and from the top you can see, despite the clouds and the low-light conditions, you could make out the individual peaks of the extinct volcanoes. So it was pretty cool to see in person. Well, have you gotten enough? Are you ready to go back down?
enough. I don't know what else we need.
Let's go back down.
After that, we decided to check out the Palace of Fine Arts and then head back to our hotel to call it an evening.
Pizza por 50 pesos con 8 rebanadas. Pizza de promoción, amigos. Con 8 rebanadas de la pizza.
Oh boy.
It's been a long day.
It's been an amazing day. Wow. From the beautiful Puerto Escondido all the way to the vibrant and historical and lively Mexico City.
We've traveled a lot, we've walked a lot, and we pooped.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to bed, and we'll see you guys in the morning.
Yeah, what are we doing tomorrow?
Sleeping in? No, we're not.
We're getting up early and we're doing more stuff.
Chapultepec, the Museo de Antropológica.
The Museum of Anthropology, and even possibly another mercado. But we really hope that you enjoyed coming along with us. It's our first day in Mexico City. So please click a like, hit the subscribe button, and ring ding-a-ling-a-ling the notification bell so that you can be alerted when we're going on our next adventure. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.